So this is my presentation. Are zoos good or bad? But yeah. Okay, so some pros of zoos. Zoos preserve species by giving them a home and giving them food to eat and keeping them away from predators like in their natural habitat. And then next one, scientists can research and study these animals because they're in a cage that they can actually like just watch them like over a month or whatever. But like in a natural habitat, they wouldn't be able to like stay with them as easily as when they're in a zoo. And then another pro is they're good entertainment for humans. Zoos usually get like, I think it said 2 million visitors a year. And we have a zoo, the Hogle Zoo in Salt Lake City, and I'm sure all of us have been to it. And then it's good to educate humans about animals. Zoos have a big like responsibility, and they try to educate humans every single time we go to the zoo about each animal, and that's why they have those signs that read about each animal. And then zoos will feed and care for animals, like I said before, and then veterinary care is always ready for them. Like, so if they ever get hurt or need help, the doctors are just right there ready to help. And then some cons of zoos. People always argue that holding animals in captivity where they can't go anywhere and they're just sitting in that little space is not good for them, and it's just like having an innocent person in jail. And then many zoos have been seen not caring for the animals that are inside of these cages, and they're not feeding them right and giving them water, and the cages just aren't humane. And then people argue that zoos are only to get money and to entertain humans and not educate or preserve the species. And then some facts about zoos. Like I said before, there are 10,000 zoos worldwide, and then $231 million are spent each year in conservation, and that's a lot. And then there's 200 million visitors annually. And then here's a picture of an ape in a zoo that is reaching out for, I don't know, probably food, but that looks really sad. And here's the video.
What's more wholesome than taking your trip to? Zoos have their problems. To begin with, not all zoos are created equal. Some are clean and well staffed, others aren't. There are some in the richest cities in the world, and there are some in conflict zones. What this means is not all zoos have the resources to properly care for their animals. And for many critics, no amount of education or research justifies keeping animals captive. That captivity can be really bad for both physical and psychological health. If you've ever visited a zoo, you may have noticed the way some animals, especially large cats, tend to pace back and forth inside their cages. According to scientists, this behavior represents an attempt to cope with boredom and small enclosures. One study found that chimpanzees in captivity were significantly more likely to show signs of compromised mental health. Things like hair plucking, self-biting, and self-hitting. And researchers have known for years that elephants suffer serious health problems and die much younger than they would in the wild, mostly due to a lack of exercise and high stress levels. And while zoos were crucial in helping save the California condor, success with other animal species is a big question mark. For example, most large carnivores like lions and tigers that are bred in captivity die when released into the wild. It turns out that they haven't developed the natural behaviors they need when they're out on their own and have to fend for themselves. Sunday.
Okay, and then my opinion, I think that zoos are a good thing overall, and that they should be kept and keep preserving animals and keep entertaining humans and educating. but I think that zoos could do a better job of making sure the cages are more like humane and that they simulate their habitat better. This is my works cited. Yeah.
Do you know of any other species that have been helped, like saved?
Yeah, I know koalas are being helped right now, but I read a whole article about that.
Have you heard any other methods for like helping animals with exercise and entertainment in their environment they have set up?
Like outside of the zoo?
No, inside the zoo, like their
Oh,
habitat.
yeah, just giving them plenty of food and then just like caring for them. Like when newborns are born, they like nurture them and give them food and something to drink and stuff.
Do you think that like the not like the Lagoon Zoo should be shut down? Like, what's your stance? Because like the Hogle Zoo does a good job, but Lagoon Zoo is a whole
Yeah,
different.
personally, I think that it shouldn't be shut down, but they should redo it so that it's more like an actual